What up, YouTube? Got another video for you today. It's on the Rat 1 folder Ontario knives. I've been wanting to get this knife for a long time and just hadn't gotten around to it. I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt now that I do have this in front of me. It's an awesome knife. I'm not going to go ahead and bore you guys with the specs. I'll go ahead and put that in the description. This has been reviewed to hell and back. So I'm just going to go ahead and just give you my 2 cents on the knife. I happened to come across one which is a black blade plain and the light tan finish. And I really like the contrast between the black hardware and the scales. Looks really nice. As far as function, it flips open like crazy. It flips nice, very smooth. The lock on this is pretty much probably like 30% engagement, 40% engagement. So a little bit more than what you would like, but it's not bad. It's still acceptable there. Blade shape to me is really nice. I like it. As far as ergos go, they're pretty decent. They could be better. This abrupt change from the spine of the handle onto the blade is kind of funky for me. You know, it's kind of stop and it shoots up and it feels weird to me. And also on the bottom there, the curve right there where your finger's supposed to sit naturally, it fits your finger. If you have the same size finger as mine, it fits it nicely. But then your middle finger is kind of feeling weird because of the abrupt change in the curvature of the bottom here. You know, it would have been nicer to have this more relaxed. That way your finger had a your middle finger would have a definite better place to sit. Towards the back, they kind of had it right. So if this kind of rounded in, it would have been fine there. Just giving you my 2 cents on it. It's a really good knife. One of these are probably the top 5 knives that people usually EDC as far as, you know, budget-minded guys or people that are just getting into the hobby or people just looking for a work knife. Usually work knives, Kershaw's got them beat with a lot of their entry-level knives because you can get one of those for 20 bucks and beat it up and just get rid of it. You know, you know, a bunch of them. I can go ahead and start naming a bunch of them, but they offer about 10 of them, so that's why a lot of the working guys will use those and burn them up and just throw them out. But pretty much a lot of people will choose the Ontario Rat 1, but over the Ontario Rat 1 is always a Tenacious, or the Skyline used to be. But there's a big price jump. The price on Rat 1 is $31.99. That's the price that Bladehq has it on there. The Tenacious jumps up to $40.34. Let's bring her out there. It's a comparison between the two. Get the glare out of there. So if you were to look at it there, you can tell the Ontario is definitely a larger knife, but not because of the blade. It's all in the handle. You bring it up here where everything meets up, and the blades are you probably have more of probably about the same cutting surface, pretty damn close with these two. But there's almost a $10 price jump in between these and this, between the Ontario and the Spyderco. But with the Spyderco, the reason why they're a hell of a lot more popular is because the brand recognition. People know of Spyderco, and you know, there's just people know of them more. Where Rat 1, they're more of an I mean, unless you're really knowing knives or, you know, or kind of a knife enthusiast or kind of do a little bit more research, then you'll probably stumble across the Rat 1. But you'll always find more of the Tenacious than you will the Rat 1, just simply because the brand recognition. As far as quality goes, they're pretty much even, I would say. I don't know if anyone has had any issues as far as quality control or consistencies in the Rat 1. I do know that I've owned probably about maybe 10 of these Tenaciouses easily, and with the one thing that I find out is that they go ahead and they do it. They have the pocket clip mounted tip down, and the problem with that is not the fact that maybe you may not like the tip down option, but if you look here, you see how you see the bronze in the holes there? Well, that's that bronze washer in there. The screws go through and hit that washer. So when you go ahead and switch it from tip down to tip up, you'll have a washer with little dimples in it or whatnot, and could mess with the ease of deployment and could mess with stuff. I've had ones that I've switched it around and I've actually seen dents in the washer from opening it up or see it through the scale and not have an issue with it. But that's kind of one of the things. I wish they would kind of get smart and either shorten up their screws or just a smaller washer on the inside or do something. But that's not really a big deal, and it's hardly ever an issue. So anyway, as far as that goes, these are probably 2 of like the 5 most common EDC carries there, and in my opinion, I think I like the Rat 1 better. Even though I love Spyderco, I really do, but I think this Rat 1 is probably, you know, you've got a lot more handle. So as far as folks you know, with bigger hands would be able to get a good purchase on it, where you may have a little less handle with the Tenacious, and also the price. I mean, I would, you know, even though I could use a Tenacious for work and beat it up and lose it and wouldn't really lose too much sleep about it, it's even less, you know, even more so. I mean, I wouldn't even care with the Ontario, and it's a good quality knife. It's very nice, deploys smoothly right out the box. Centering is perfect every time. It flips right open. It's a very nice knife, and they have a lot more options with this. Tenacious only come in your satin finish or all black, and even when you move to the all black, it's still a few bucks more. It's even more expensive, where I believe on the Ontario you have 4 different scale colors to choose from, and you can choose satin or black, and or serrated or not serrated. So you have a bunch of, you can choose to serrated or not with the Tenacious also. But I think there's more options as far as what you like with the Ontario. So anyway, just my 2 cents on the Ontario Rat 1 folder. Pretty cool. More of a, I guess, a traditional blade shape on this, but it's a really nice looking knife, especially for the money. Like I said, it's $31.99 from Bladehq. You could probably get it for cheaper elsewhere, but not too much cheaper. I'll just support Bladehq and just pay that couple extra bucks and have those guys going. Give those guys your money, you know. So there you go, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. Just let me know what you think. Peace.